The Switch is launching soon worldwide, and the new Nintendo console has over 100 games in development. Though only a few titles are slated for the launch date, Nintendo and its partners have dozens of titles planned for launch in the initial months following the platform's release. With what we know now, I've put together a list of my top 10 most anticipated games for the Switch. When No More Heroes first launched on the Wii, it was lauded as one of the best action games on the platform. Considering that the Wii was considered a platform for kids and other casual gamers, it came as quite the surprise that it would have such a vulgar and mature game as No More Heroes. Though we know almost nothing about the Switch sequel, the fact that it is in development by Suda51 means the title will be over the top, bloody, and great for the hardcore gamer in all of us. I am a huge fan of JRPGs, especially those with traditional genes embedded in them. Dragon Quest XI is one of those games, launching from a franchise that values traditional JRPG mechanics. There are sure to be tons of monsters, dungeons, and side missions for players to engage in, as well as a giant overworld to explore. The new 3D world looks gorgeous to play through, and although the Switch version may not stack up visually to the PS4 version, it is the version that can provide you with hundreds of hours of gameplay while on the go. Fire Emblem is another game that we know absolutely nothing about on the Nintendo Switch. No, I'm not talking about Fire Emblem Warriors, the fake Fire Emblem game, sorry not sorry, but the mainline title that is slated to launch in 2018. Though no information is known on the upcoming title, I have long been a fan of Fire Emblem, and as long as the title is in a traditional grid-based format, I'll likely be happy with whatever game the company launches. At this point, I'm just writing words to fill up space, but I would hate myself if the Fire Emblem franchise skipped my top 10 list. Are you seeing a pattern here of my love of JRPGs coupled with the fact that we know almost nothing about them? Project Octopath Traveler is yet another one of those games. Square Enix's JRPGs rarely disappoint on Nintendo platforms, and I hope this next title is no exception. Moreover, the style of the title looks a little bit similar to Bravely Default. If the team has been working on Octopath Traveler since the release of Bravely Second, the title could have the similar influences and features that made the 3DS game so great. We should learn more about the title soon, and I'm eager to see more on the upcoming JRPG. The original Splatoon was an incredible game because it blended awesome online competitive gameplay with new mechanics not seen before on a Nintendo platform. The new IP was creative, intuitive, and drained hours out of all of our lives. Splatoon 2 looks like it will improve on every element of its predecessor, while ensuring new features improve competitive gameplay experiences for gamers. New features like voice chat and additional DLC will ensure the title stays relevant long after launch. The original Xenoblade Chronicles was one of my very favorite Wii games. I absolutely adored the story, the massive world, and the idea of scale through the game. There were monsters smaller than Shulk and other characters 100 times his size. There were tons of areas and collectibles which together built a setting that felt truly massive. Though I was not a huge fan of Xenoblade Chronicles X, it looks like Chronicles 2 might be more of a return to form. The trailer features massive beasts, a large world and key characters, as well as a plethora of environments to explore. Best of all, the huge title is slated for release in 2017. It will be an awesome game to play this holiday. What can I say? I love Mario games. Although I'm not a huge fan of some of the more realistic styles like New Donk City, I simply don't think a cartoony Mario looks good in a realistic environment. The platforming in Super Mario Odyssey looks exciting, tightly orchestrated, and incredibly fun. A lot of the game mechanics, from throwing Mario's hat to kicking traffic cones, look innovating and thrilling. I really appreciate the fact that Super Mario Odyssey looks so polished. Though the game is slotted for launch at the end of the year, it is clear that its mechanics are pristine and the visuals look spectacular. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw ARMS I got a little riled up. I couldn't understand why Nintendo would put out another motion control game that was bound to barely sell. After learning more about the title and watching more videos, I'm absolutely sold. Thankfully, motion control is not required to play, and as a result I could foresee the new Nintendo IP finding a following in a similar capacity to Splatoon. That is to say, it could be a huge success. The game is quirky and light in style, and I appreciate the more strategic and specialty aspects of the title. If launched correctly, ARMS could be a massive hit. In standard franchise fashion, Shin Megami Tensei appeared at the full Switch reveal in a truly creepy fashion, but one which excited me excessively. We know very little about the new SMT title, but since Atlus has rarely let down with the franchise before, I have allowed my excitement towards the game to skyrocket. I especially love the style of the trailer. It'll be awesome to see the full 3D models of all the demons on a traditional-ish home console. The top game I'm looking forward to on the Nintendo Switch is 1-2 Switch. I really like that. Just kidding. Who actually is excited for 1-2 Switch? In reality, my top most anticipated game on Nintendo Switch is Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Of course, I absolutely love the new style of featuring over 100 mini dungeons, each with something unique about it. I can't wait to explore the giant world, meet its characters, and fight its epic boss battles. We already have seen so much of Zelda, so there isn't a ton more to say, but I just can't wait any longer to get my hands on this epic new game. What do you think of my list? Are there certain titles that I'm missing? Should other titles be ranked higher or taken off entirely? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.